Yeah, and another thing we mentioned Duke's defense. When you can run Keels out there with AJ Griffin, Wendell Moore, Paolo at the 4, and Mark Williams at the 5, all of a sudden, like that's a throwback. Duke, we're gonna get out. We're gonna press you.
That's a good word. That is a throwback Duke lineup defensively. They have the talent, the size, and the perimeter. And Roach is a pest as well. I mean, I hate to say Roach is a pest. I guess that probably isn't the right word to say it, but he's very, very good defensively, and he's very quick defensively. But Keels and Wendell Moore, that's two of the, high major bodies that you're going to see in college.
Yeah, they're going to overplay you.
That's a good one, man. I tell you what, Roach is a pest.
Honestly, that was completely organic. That was organic.
There'll be some folks trying to copy that right there. I mean,
I'll probably be getting crushed out there for that one.
We got to make that into a T-shirt. That's what it's got to be.
Roach is a pest. I actually really like Jeremy, and watching him in high school, he came off the knee. I think he's going to have a really good year for Duke.
Rob, defensively, to your point, and in I guess about 5-6 years ago, we had a team at Arizona where we had TJ McConnell and Nick Johnson in the backcourt. We had Aaron Gordon, Brandon Ashley, and Caleb Tarczewski. And Brandon Ashley ended up getting hurt. I don't know if you remember, we were 23-0. He got hurt and he was out for the year. But we also had Rondé Hollis Jefferson and Gabe York coming off the bench. But it's just, just like offense, everybody looks at it's easier to coach terrific offensive players. That team we had right there, that was clearly built for defense. I mean, you just could not get a good shot. And it wasn't necessarily the scheme or the drills. It was the talent. And when you look at Duke this year, and I'll be interested to watch them continue to develop, they have an amazing ceiling on defense. I mean, with those two shot blockers inside and the perimeter talent, they go 9 deep. I think that looking at their defense a year ago, where they ended and where it'll be this year, it will be night and day. And I think moving forward in the ACC, if somebody unseats them, they better have one heck of an offense.
As Rob goes to reading Rainbow from Madison Square Garden, I'm not sure what the hell happened. Hey, this is Field of 68 After Dark. Anything can happen. We do have an upset. We have an upset alert. It's just come in here. How about this?
Oh, no.
In the start of the Rashawn Burno era at Northern Illinois has taken down Washington. What a win for a new coach. Trendon Hankerson for Northern Illinois goes for 28 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals as NIU beats Washington 71-64.
Well, I will tell you, Drew Gladstone's an assistant coach at Northern Illinois. He was with me the last 4 years at Indiana. He's a terrific young coach, but that's a heck of a win for an NIU program to open the season and go all the way to Seattle and play that game and win it. But congratulations to my man Drew to get the 1-0 on the season.
They cut the power on me, man. They cut the power on me.
Oh, that doesn't surprise.
They cut the power on me.
MSG Maintenance ain't going to take. They're not taking anything.
No.
And Rashawn Burno was obviously very instrumental at Arizona State with Bobby Hurley. He was his associate head coach and did a great job recruiting and coaching there. His familiarity, that's what you got to worry about with scheduling. But his familiarity in dealing with Washington zone, game 1, I'm sure was very helpful to his team. But 2 tough losses for the Pac-12 today, and I didn't see all of the scores, but I know Cal lost earlier.
Right now, I'll be done.
UC San Diego, and Cal lost to UC San Diego, and Washington losing to Northern Illinois. A year ago, Pac-12 had a great season. And at the end of the non-conference season, I think as a group, as collection of 12 teams, we had won close to 75% of our non-conference games. And that's an earmark. I think for every, especially Power 5 conferences, if you can show up playing each other with 75% win percentage,
that's the magic number.
That allows you to have the most teams in postseason play. And, you start losing a couple of these games early. What that does is that just does, instead of getting 5 teams in, you get 4. Instead of getting 4 teams in, you get 3, or one of those 3 plays in the first 4 instead of in another seeded game. So, these games all mean something in college basketball. I think sometimes
The league's going to
non-conference
20 as
schedule-
well.
the
League's going to
non-conference
20.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Yeah, Pac-12 now going to 20 games, Big Ten's there, ACC's there. That's 2 less non-conference. So if you do lose a non-conference game, especially a bye game, that puts a lot of heat on your league, as you continue to progress and try to get to the tournament.
Well, as we begin to wrap up here after dark, the Garden is all over Bob. They're waiting.
They're yelling at me, man. They're
They're going to do more than yell at you. They're going to do more than yell at you here in a minute.
Oh man, I just gotta tell them Fanta's got my back, then maybe I'll be okay.
That's right.
Goodman should be able to get you access to any room in the Garden.
Nah, he's probably the one that pulled the plug.
He may have.
He's in bed right. He's in bed right now, or he's eating a Big Mac or something.
Yeah. Definitely
Don,
a big
I
man.
think the other thing tonight is just watching the 2 games on TV. It's just amazing and awesome to see the fans back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, let me just say this, coaching with a mask on, with no crowd and having that fake crowd noise. I mean, it was brutal, and it was brutal on everybody, the players. I mean, those guys, and you have a lot of players that were playing in tonight's game that have never played
Yeah.
in front of a college crowd. Think about what their senior year of high school was like and what it's been like for them. And let's go back to no NCAA tournament. Last year, neither Kentucky nor Duke were in the NCAA tournament. There were no fans. And now this is game 1. It has to feel completely different. And it's great to see things really trending in this positive direction.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, tonight, Rob and I are sitting press row. They show Julius Randle. They show RJ Barrett. They've got Obi Toppin and the Go New York Go song. And you got Duke and Kentucky fans. That is each Duke or Kentucky alum is being brought up. One side of the building's going, the other side of the building's roaring back. Like hearing a Madison Square Garden roar, you guys know it. It's Archie. I think of when you guys played UConn a couple years ago at the Garden. There's nothing like an MSG roar. Man, was that refreshing.
I will tell you this: there's nothing like a Duke game in MSG, and that's a home game for the Blue Devils. When they play up in the East, whether it's New York City or New Jersey or Philadelphia, I mean, their crowds are incredible up there.